every sector in Guyana will require more skills, more personnel, because we have a very diversified economy, and which is growing across. So people tend to think we're only looking at skills within the oil and gas sector. No, we're not only looking at skills there, but the private sector has reached out. They need skills in terms of accountants, engineers. They need skills in terms of to move in the construction sector, in the tourism and hospitality sector, in agriculture, food processing, and ICT. All these are areas in which we require more skills, more human resources, especially at the level in which we want to move it to the next level, in terms of expanding and modernizing and allowing Guyana to capture and to be in a position to make full use of the opportunities that exist out there. We've been having a series of job fairs targeting the diaspora to attract skills and investments back to the country, particularly the private sector, because we're more or less facilitating the private sector to reach out Guyanese who have an enormous amount of skills, whether it's North America, or whether it's in the Caribbean, or also neighboring countries. And we've had successful job fairs in Trinidad and Tobago, we've had in Suriname and in New York. And we're now concluding this leg, having it in Toronto, where Canada has the second largest number of Guyanese living outside of Guyana, after the United States. And they have certainly a wealth of not only skills, but also individuals with capital, and can support the transformation that is taking place in our country. So we'll be having this job fair in Toronto on the 5th, Saturday the 5th. And I want to encourage Guyanese living in Toronto and throughout Canada to come out to meet with the companies, meet with a number of government agencies, and to see what role they can play, or for the role they can play in the transformation process that is taking place in our country. Because we need every single Guyanese hands on deck. And for us, using these job fairs is a way in which we can garner and reach out and engage our diaspora in a much more meaningful and substantial way. But as I said, this is an exercise we're facilitating for the private sector. It is not government going out there and recruiting, but rather we are creating this opportunity for companies to tell these individuals and these communities what skills are needed, and perhaps for them to take it forward.